this board is there are already a half a dozen class action suits against the company and the board because it's been known at the board level for months and months and months and maybe years. They've had allegations after and before Charlie Rose. They had brought a law firm investigating in right after the Charlie Rose situation. They've now got 3 major law firms, and there's nothing happening. No allegations. Mr. Moonves, unfortunately, is not apologizing for anything. He's denying strongly, and I think he's going to end up getting zipped because the deal that they negotiated over the weekend gives him $100 million plus against the almost $250 million that his contract called for. But he gets nothing if the allegations
Which means
are proved.
that the $20 million that's just been donated to Me Too causes is coming from CBS.
That's right.
Les Moonves.
Exactly.
One of the most phrases that just seems borne out again and again is absolute power corrupts absolutely for some reason. But okay, so Hollywood, you know,
the arrogance.
I've long thought Hollywood's a cesspool, and we know about the casting couch. It's not just Hollywood; it's media that comes back to this city and a lot of what's happened here. I mean, do industrial companies, do guys in charge say, if you want to move up in the company, this is what I want? I mean, does it just happen everywhere, and now it's finally being accepted? It just seems Hollywood
the worst excuse that I've heard from some of these executives who've been charged is
everybody.
They don't understand. Then was then, now is now, and it was a different culture then. All I asked Les Moonves, who's a friend, what were you thinking? What could you possibly think?
Well, and what culture could some of these allegations have been a proper culture? And that's the thing. They're just allegations at this point, but you're hearing more and more.
Well, now the difficulty is it's a he said, she said issue that is really difficult to prove in
it's
court.
A he said, she said, she said, she said, she said.
That's right. But there are going to be more accusers coming forward against Mr. Moonves, and that's unfortunate. But the real issue here is the board. The board is supposed to be representing the shareholders. Ironically, the CBS stock, after the news broke on Thursday that you guys broke, stock was up marginally, almost 3% in after-hour trading.
Look, the board, 6 members leaving, 6 new members being brought in.
And it'll
what
be
does that mean?
6 women and 6 men in the new board. But what's the disposition? If you're a CBS shareholder, there's huge liability from the class action suits because I know they're going to go after the board members individually and collectively. And what happens to CBS?
What is CBS's liability? I mean, isn't there directors and officers insurance?
They have that insurance, sure. It's not going to hurt them personally, but it's going to be big numbers. And what really, if you're a CBS shareholder, you have to say, what is going to happen to this company now? Because this curious anomaly that Sherry Redstone agreed to over the weekend, for 2 years she said, I'm not going to promote the combination of Viacom and CBS. They should be together because they're worth 20 to 30% more as a combined entity than they are as standalones. Neither one of them can survive in the new media landscape.
Moonves is probably still pointing at Sherry Redstone for a lot of this. As, you know, he's still talking about the timing of all this coming out right in the middle of all this. Do you think, have you been reading about Jeff Fager? And I mean, is Ronan Farrow still calling people about?
Yeah, you bet. So that Ronan is the hero in this situation, and it goes all the way back to the NBC, unfortunately, which turned down the story and said he had no corroboration, no actual proof of anything that was being charged. It's an ongoing story, but what's really interesting is what does happen to CBS? What happens to Viacom?
But what happens? Do you think they get picked off by other players?
I think they will because they're sitting ducks right now. They're very vulnerable. Les Moonves did a great job of fighting the changing, shifting landscape of legacy media, but they can't survive as a standalone, either one of those companies.